Who am I? Discovering our true identity. Dear listeners, welcome to this special journey. Today we will ask one of the oldest, deepest, and most mysterious questions of all. Who am I? This question has echoed through the ages. It is the heartbeat of philosophy, the center of spirituality, the cry of every seeker. For when we look in the mirror, when we face silence, when we look beyond our roles and names, something within us whispers, who am I really? Am I just this body? These thoughts? These emotions? Or is there something beyond, something eternal, something divine? In this video, we will explore this profound mystery through the insights of mystics from East and West, the wisdom of the Sufis and the Buddhists, the voices of the Bible, of Judaism, of the philosophers, and the echoes of our own hearts. And together, we will discover that when the little I disappears, what remains is God. God, who is like time, the only one, who has given us space only so that we might discover our true identity. The eternal question. Who am I? From the dawn of human history, seekers have asked, who am I? The Indian sage Ramana Maharshi said that this question is not just one among many, but the very root of spiritual awakening. By asking, who am I again and again, we cut through illusions, layers, masks until only the truth remains. The Sufis sang of it in poetry. The Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree until the I dissolved into awakening. The prophet spoke of it in the desert, reminding the people that man is dust, and yet also spirit. And philosophers from Socrates to Descartes asked, in their own way, the same, what is the self? What is the soul? Layers of identity. Most of us live with many layers of identity. We say, I am a man, I am a woman. I am Dutch, I am American. I am a parent, a worker, an artist. We identify with our names, our roles, our possessions. But if we strip all of these away, what is left? The Sufi poet Rumi wrote, try to accept the changing shapes of life. You are not just a drop of water, you are the vast ocean hidden inside it. Our true identity is not these temporary roles. These are like clothes we wear in time. But beneath them is something eternal, something unchanging. The ego, the false self. The mystics tell us that the greatest obstacle to knowing our true self is the ego, the little I, the ego. This ego clings to separateness. It says, this is me, that is you. This is mine, that is not mine. But this I is fragile. It is made of thoughts and desires, constantly changing. The Buddhists call it anatta, no self. The self that we defend so fiercely is, in truth, an illusion. When this ego fades, when the I dissolves, then the true I shines forth. And what is that true? It is not separate from God. Our true identity. God within. The Bible says that humanity was created in the image of God. The Quran tells us that God breathed his spirit into man. The Upanishads of India declare, Atman is Brahman, the soul is one with the Absolute. All traditions, in their own language, point to the same mystery. Our true identity is divine. When the false self falls away, what remains is God. Not that we become God in his fullness, but that the spark within us is not different from the eternal flame. As the Sufis put it, he who knows himself, knows his Lord. The mission of humanity. So what is our purpose, our mission on earth? It is not simply to build empires, collect wealth, or chase pleasure. It is to remember, to awaken from the dream of separation and return to the knowledge of who we truly are. God, who is like time, unchanging, eternal, has given us space, the vast playground of existence, so that in this dimension, in this life, we might discover our true identity. Our mission is to peel back the layers, to dissolve the false I, until only the real remains. The illusion of separation. Why then do we feel so separate? Why does life feel like a struggle between me and others? Mystics say that this world is a school, a mirror. It is designed so that we might forget and then rediscover. For if we never forgot, we would never truly awaken. The ego serves as a temporary teacher. It gives us the experience of separation, of longing, of desire. But its purpose is not to last forever. Its purpose is to lead us back to the one. When the little I vanishes, what remains is not emptiness but fullness. Not nothingness but God himself. Time and space. God's gift. Think of time, it is always here. We cannot step outside of it. God is like time, eternal, the only constant. And what of space? Space is the gift God has given us. A room in which to discover ourselves, to live, to search, to awaken. Without space, we could not move. Without time, we could not grow. God is the eternal ground. We are the ones invited to play, to seek, to remember. When the ego dies, what happens when the ego dies, when the I disappears? There is silence, there is peace, and in that silence, God is revealed. The saints and mystics tell us, the moment the self dies, the eternal self arises. It is as if a wave realizes it has always been the ocean. It is as if a ray of light discovers it has always been the sun. The false I fades, and only the real I remains, and that real I is nothing but God. Living with true identity. How then do we live in this world once we know our true identity? Not by escaping, but by embodying. Not by rejecting life, but by living it fully, with the awareness that everything is divine. When we know who we truly are, we can love more deeply, forgive more easily, and serve more freely. Because we no longer act from fear or pride, but from the ocean of God's presence within us. A call to remember. Dear listener, this is your mission, to remember who you are. To see through the illusion of the little I, to discover the vastness of the divine self within. When the ika vanishes, when the masks fall away, only God remains. And in that moment, you will know, you have never been separate. You have always been one with Him. Conclusion. And so we return to the question, who am I? The answer is not a name, not a role, not a story. The answer is a silence, a presence, a flame. You are not merely a body, not merely a mind. You are the breath of God, the reflection of the eternal, the drop that contains the ocean. When the ego disappears, God remains. God, who is like time the only one. God, who gave us space only so that we might discover Him. May this awareness lead you to peace, love, and truth. And may you never stop asking, with humility and wonder, who am